So I'm still trying to figure out who exactly it was that put the bop in the bop shabop shabop.
Oh, who put the bam in the bam and ding dong?
Right.
Probably the same guy.
And that's the second part of my question: is are they in fact the same guy? But fuck the guy that put the dip in the dip to dip to dip. I can't stand that son of a bitch.
Yeah. But I digress.
What's happening, everybody?
Welcome back to yet another edition. That's right, I said it on the record with your hosts,
Three Ball Josh
and Carlos Octavian.
What's up?
Still changing the face of MySpace, one episode at a time. And this particular episode is very near and dear to our hearts, so sit back, relax, and enjoy yourself. You just might like this.
I'm gonna go ahead and give you a quick little warning. The views and opinions are ours alone, though I'm sure you guys will agree with everything we have to say, because if you don't, that means you're a communist bastard and you probably, invoke terrorism and want them to win and therefore should be castrated and sent to jail, beaten, gang raped, and, all that other good stuff that comes with being a traitor. And the words of comedian Sam Tripoli, this video is
For America! That's right.
As you all know, here in a couple days, we got July 4th coming up, 4th of July. The little birthday of when we told King George III, saying, you know what, fuck you, we're going to do it. Listen, we've had a good run, but we've decided to go a different route. We're going to do our thing, you do yours, everything will be gravy.
Basically, we're tired of wearing the wigs, and, we want to actually be cool, so we're going to step off and do our thing, and you guys have a nice life. Hey, here's Ireland as a consolation prize.
Obviously, he didn't appreciate that, so he sent a bunch of his British troops over, and basically they got their ass kicked by a couple farmers with pitchforks. I mean, because the American colonists were very much outnumbered and definitely didn't have the supplies that the British had, but we wanted it more, and that's why we're number one.
Number one. So, we're here, 200 plus years later, as the greatest nation in the free world today, on the record. And, here at TRISIOTR headquarters, being the outstanding patriots that we are, we like to go ahead and praise the United States of America and have messages for people who have, any doubts, or the naysayers that don't think that we are the greatest nation in the world.
There's nothing that pisses us off more than people in America, and some people who are in fact Americans themselves, who talk shit about America. We've all seen the foreign exchange student or the immigrant or whoever that comes, and then they're going to talk about how Mexico or wherever they're from is so much better than America and how America sucks. Well, guess what? You can get the fuck out, go back to wherever the fuck you're from, and don't look back. We ain't gonna miss you.
Josh is so right. I have more than one occasion I've met people that are foreign exchange students from Slovenia or whatever, that just hate on the United States, hate our policies, hate what we do, and really pisses me off is foreign wives, soldier may go overseas and meet somebody, bring them over, and all they do is talk crap on how much America sucks. Well, you know what? You can border hop your ass back on over to wherever it is you came from. Matter of fact, we'll happily escort you there. We'll call border patrol. Yeah.
All you frostbacks from Canada coming down here and talking shit.
You can whatever good came out of Canada, except for some wrestlers and hockey players.
A few wrestlers and a couple hockey players.
They're
all in America, but so I mean.
Yeah, they all left because they know America is the best place to be, and Canada sucks. So he said it best. I'll just re-emphasize on the record: fuck you and kill yourself for hating America.
That's pretty much it. Yeah. But we're not all anger and hatred here at TRISIOTR. No. In fact, there's a lot of. Let's talk about some of the great things there are about America. Now, true, we do have a few. Nobody's perfect. There's no country that has got it down packed, right?
But no country has it almost down packed than us.
Exactly. All right, and so let's some of the greatest things in the world have come from America. While we did not, in fact, invent the automobile, that was actually Britain that did that. Mm-hmm. We were the first to put it in mass production.
while we did not actually invent pornography,
we were the first to put it in mass production.
and we're the masters of that. So
I think I read somewhere like 12% of all internet sites now are porn, or maybe a little bit more than that. 80% of that are America. The other 20 are scattered all, from like China, Japan, and certain European countries and stuff like that. America is the porn capital of the world.
So that is common fact that while we may have been founded by a group of prudes and people who did not like the European sex scene, we have degenerated so quickly in the past 200 plus years that's unbelievable.
Let's see what else is All-American. G.I. frickin' Joe, alright? The All-American Hero. I mean, it says All-American Hero. You got your Snake Eyes, Sergeant F and Slaughter, back to the wrestling thing. They are the epitome of what America is about.
They were whipping terrorists' asses before we were now. And now I know
exactly. That. I mean, they were doing it before it's fashionable.
Now I know.
And knowing is half the battle.
That's right. The most American thing in the world, Chuck Norris.
Fucking A.
And if you don't like Chuck Norris, you better keep it to yourself because he will reach through your camera and choke you.
Now, there's within the past few years, there have been a big resurgence on the popularity of Chuck Norris due to a certain website. I think it's chucknorrisfacts.com or something like that. Go check it out. It's got some neat stuff in there. But we liked Chuck before it was fashionable. Like, we're talking pre-Texas Ranger days. Mm-hmm. I remember being in diapers watching Chuck Norris, just fuck the world up and just fuck Vietnam's world up.
And to me, the greatest martial arts scene to date ever, Return of the Dragon, Bruce Lee versus Chuck Norris. If you haven't seen it, you are missing a part of American cinematographic. Go watch it. Bottom line.
Oh man, let's see. What else is some of the great? Hulk Hogan. All right, just professional wrestling in and of itself. But Hulk Hogan, back in the 80s, back in the Hulkamania,
Let me tell you something, brother.
He had the song, I Am the Real American.
Fight for the rights of every man.
Damn.
And I don't care who you are, if you don't like wrestling, you know the theme of Hulk Hogan.
When you hear that song, it's like, oh, that was Hulkamania. You sit there and all of a sudden start doing your, all that shit, with your 24-inch pythons and all that. I mean, that's just what America's all about.
Iconic. Being American is being more than just a person. You're a symbol, you're an idea, you're free. That's the idea. Freedom.
And the thing is, and it's because of that, when other nations get into trouble, the United States is the first person they call. 9 times out of 10.
Yeah. And on the record, we have the United Nations. It's headquartered in New York City. So, therefore, by default, on the record, that makes the United States higher than the United Nations.
Well, yeah, I could have told you that. That's just common knowledge. The United Nations really doesn't amount for much because all they do is kind of sit and bitch back and forth all the time. So I don't care about the UN. They ain't even got an army anyway. So.
Yep. So screw the UN. Go America. That's about all we got. Before we go, I gotta say, keep an eye out. We've been saying it, and it's coming. We're just above the edge, about to break through. The TRISIOTR store, cafepress.com. It will be available. Just keep your eye out. We'll be posting it in future episodes. It's coming. Bear with us.
Pretty damn soon. I'm just going to go ahead and say that I love this fucking country so much that when I get interrupted during sex, I get red, white, and blue balls. That's right, I said it.
And I'm so patriotic. The Statue of Liberty makes my little soldier stand at attention. It's on the record.